Hey y'all, I'm Danielle, and I am so glad you're here as we move on in our series called You Can. This one is all about how following Jesus helps us develop resilience. Remember, resilience is the willingness to get back up and grow stronger from challenges and setbacks. What's tricky about developing something like resilience is that we tend to think we have to do it all on our own. We think it's something we can develop by ourselves. But as we'll see today, that's not always the case. Now, to kick us off, let me ask you a question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how easy is it for you to ask for help? Take a second and tell somebody around you what your answer is. I remember one time in middle school, I had this big test coming up, and if I was gonna do well, I needed some serious help to study. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is admit you can't do it on your own. And one way or another, I think we've all felt this way. Even if asking for help isn't that challenging for you, I'm sure there's been at least a time or two when you hesitated to speak up when you needed it. Or maybe asking for help is something you're struggling with right now. Maybe you're scared your friends will judge you if they find out that you're in danger of failing math class. They all seem to get it, and you don't want to seem like you're not as smart, so you don't say anything. Or maybe you don't want your teammates to know that your family is going through some really challenging stuff at home. Sure, you could use the support, but you're too embarrassed to ask. Maybe you're trying to kick a bad habit that you know isn't good for you. You'd love to ask a parent, a small group leader, or a trusted adult in your life to help with that, but you're worried they'll think less of you if they know the whole story. So you decide to deal with it on your own. Or maybe you've been feeling really disconnected from God and struggling in your faith. Everyone else in your small group seems to have this faith thing figured out. Even though you want to tell them what you're feeling, you decide to skip the conversation and avoid asking for help. See what I mean? We all tend to hide or cover up what we're dealing with while it's going on. Sometimes we even keep it to ourselves long after the struggle's over. Why? Because something in us thinks we should be able to deal with it on our own. We should be strong enough, smart enough, disciplined enough, wise enough, faithful enough. After all, isn't that how resilience works? If we're truly able to get back up when we fall and let our challenges make us stronger, shouldn't that mean we're capable of handling all of it on our own? Or maybe there's a better way, a way that reminds us that we don't have to do anything totally alone. To unpack what that might be, we're headed to a passage in a book of the Bible called Ecclesiastes. Weird name, right? It's a book in the Old Testament of our Bibles. The Old Testament is the collection of books that were originally known as the Jewish scripture. They were all written before Jesus came to the world. And as for Ecclesiastes, many scholars think King Solomon wrote the words we're about to look at. And that's pretty cool, because Solomon's known as one of the wisest people who ever lived. So if anyone can help us figure out if and when to ask for help, it's wise King Solomon. Let's dive into what he had to say. 2 people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble. Likewise, 2 people lying close together can keep each other warm. But how can one be warm alone? A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but 2 can stand back to back and conquer. 3 are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. At first glance, this might sound like a weird way to put it. Basically, Solomon's giving us a list of reasons why dealing with something difficult is easier when it's done with 2 people instead of 1. 2 people are more likely to succeed than 1. 2 people are more likely to get up after falling down than 1. 2 people are more likely to stay warm together than 1. 2 people are more likely to win in a fight than 1. You get the picture. He even goes on to encourage us that 3 people are even better than 2. When 3 people are united and working together, it's a bond not easily broken. What I love about the way Solomon wrote this is that it paints a really clear picture of a pretty big point. All of the things he was talking about here, these are acts of resilience, and none of them are easily done without a little help from someone else. Think of it like a pencil. This pencil represents someone facing a struggle alone. It's thin, it's not very strong, and it's easily broken. When we go through life's challenges alone, it's easier for them to break us. But what happens when you have people by your side? Well, like adding pencils to a single pencil, you can be stronger. When we lean on people to help us through our struggles, it's like adding strength. We're much stronger and resilient together, and it's harder to be broken. Resilience doesn't mean pretending you're fine or handling everything solo. It means recognizing that you need people in your life who can support you, encourage you, and help you when you struggle. But those people can't help you if they don't know you need it. So that means part of being resilient, part of finding the strength and support that you need to face setbacks in life, is learning to ask for help. What's cool is that this isn't just an Old Testament idea. Jesus himself told us this very same thing in a different way while he was on earth. Look what he said. So I say to you, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives. The one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks, the door will be opened. See what I mean? Jesus literally told us to come to him, to ask for help, to seek him, to knock on the door when we need him. And when we do, well, he promises to answer and to be there to support us and to love us. Does that mean that we get whatever we want when we ask Jesus for it? Not really. But it does mean that when we go to him in prayer and ask for his help, he'll answer us every single time. Even if it's not the way we expected, we can trust that Jesus is there to help us. Here's what I want us to remember. Because of Jesus, you can ask for help. No matter what you're dealing with, you can ask for help. And more than that, you should ask for help. Remember, there's strength in community. God designed us to live in connection with each other, not to deal with challenges on our own. When you lean on others, you're giving yourself permission to be human. You're opening yourself to community and connection, and you're choosing to take a big step toward developing real resilience in your life over time. Now, I don't want to dismiss the fact that maybe some of you have asked for help before and ended up disappointed as a result. Maybe you didn't find the support that you were looking for then, and that's what keeps you from asking for help now. I'm so sorry that that was your experience, but please know that it doesn't mean that that will always be your experience. In fact, this is one of the reasons why we have small groups. You are surrounded by people who understand you, support you, and are there to help you when you need it. And you have a small group leader who is a great person to ask for help. So why not consider giving them a chance to help you this time around? And remember, because of Jesus, you can ask for help. If we believe this is true, and I do, then I think we have to choose to take a brave step toward being more resilient and start asking for help. Here's how I think we can do this. First, look for your helpers. Think about the people in your life who are there to support you. The ones you trust, the ones who show up for you, the ones who always treat you with care and kindness and compassion. This could be a parent, a mentor, it could be a relative, a counselor, a coach, best friend, or even an older sibling. Look for the people who consistently show you that they've got your back. These are the people God has put in your life for a reason. So consider them a major member of your support team. They have the potential to be your helpers. Next, start with one. Asking for help is a brave thing to do. I'm not even trying to pretend it's simple and easy. So if you're really hesitant to speak up and ask for support in your struggles, I get it. My encouragement to you would be to start with just one person. Pick one person on that list of helpers you have in your mind and start there. Let them know what you're struggling with and what kind of help you might need to get through it. Or if you're not ready to share that much, send a quick text. I'm struggling through something right now and I'm not ready to talk about it, but could you help me by praying for me? That alone is a brave step to take toward asking for help, and it's a great place to start. Lastly, consider how you can help. Resilience isn't just about asking for help when we need it. It's about also offering help when someone else needs it. Who in your life might be dealing with a setback of their own? Is there someone who feels left out or stressed or alone? You can step up to help. If they ask for your help, that's your chance to show up and support them. And if they don't, you can still help them by praying for them, being a good friend, letting them know you're there if and when they want to talk. When you help others, it reminds you both that you're not alone in what you're facing. It reminds you that because of Jesus, you can ask for help. Remember, resilience isn't about standing alone. It's about standing together. It's about knowing that because of Jesus, you can ask for help. So when you head to small group, I want you to think about this question. Who is one person in your life you can ask for help?